iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans. It is Tuesday night. That means the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series presented by the 802 iRacing League is back here tonight. And, man, it's been one heck of a week, race fans, I can tell you that, because, well, it's been 7 days since the last time we seen these drivers, and 32 drivers strong here tonight have made their way to Knoxville. But I've been told here just in the last couple of moments, race fans, that there is some, well, controversy down in the pits. Let's take a quick look here, and the breaking news down in the tech shed. There you see the 79 Full Throttle Motorsports number 79 of Dean Reynolds being pulled apart over weight. A possible cheating scandal here tonight at the Knoxville Raceway. It looks like he dropped in one of those big block modifieds in the 358 division here, trying to sneak its way through tech. That's a possible situation we will keep our eyes on here tonight. Dean Reynolds does come in higher up in the points here tonight, maybe trying to find a little bit of an extra, well, advantage here. They call it the sprint car capital of the world, but there you see the 358 modified out there onto the raceway. These drivers are in qualifying. We'll see if Dean Reynolds does make his way out there tonight. You don't want to miss this one here at Knoxville. This is one of the best tracks. They say sprint cars are the greatest things on dirt. I disagree with them. These modifieds, race fans, are some of the best race cars out there that we have here tonight. Drivers coming in leading the points championship standings. Well, that's this driver right here. Chad Lackey is on a tear. The driver out of Canada picking up 2 wins this season so far here to start out this one. He's won at Charlotte and he won at the Volusia Raceway Park. This driver is on a tear, and he's part of that those drivers, you know, that hail from the north. Something about them this season, because those drivers have been ripping. They lead the top 3 in the points championship coming into the night. But, you know, we got some racing coming up here tonight. So what do you say we head trackside right now? Your first starting lineup here tonight for your Super Dirt Car Series heat races. All heat races brought to you by the Super Dirt Car Series, your premier dirt car series traveling through the Northeast and up there in Canada. Joey Latasseur, car number 23, one of those, well, they call him the Canadian Invaders. Well, there's the number 23 of Joey Latasseur. He'll start P number 1. To the outside of him, car number 67, Ty Dickinson, back behind the wheel here tonight. Sam Bachman, the agent, the 007 one-time champion, will start 3rd. How about Barber? Car number 16, that'll be Matt Barber starting into the 4th spot. Well, Sean Green, he pilots car number 27. He'll go from 5th. 6th starting spot here tonight, car number 28. That'll be Jeff Sharp. And back into the 7th spot, the 213, Michael Vitale. In car number 213, that's Michael Vitale starting 7th here. Starting into the 8th spot, out of the Brissett Racing Stable, 03, that'll be Speedy Brissett. Speedy Brissett in the 03. Starting shotgun to the field here, 9 cars, 5 to qualify. That 9th starting spot here tonight going to go to the number 51. That'll be Clay Christopherson. Christopherson in car number 51. So that is your starting lineup here for the Super Dirt Car Series Heat Race number 1. Super Dirt Car Series sponsoring the passing points. So you see right now, Michael Vitale back there in the yellow 213 entry. He'll start into the 7th starting position here tonight. Every spot he picks up here during this heat race gets him a point in that Super Dirt Car Series, well, championship. And at the end of the year, we're going to tally them all up to see who has had the most passing points in our heat races. Feature competition coming up here a little bit later on tonight. 35 laps here at the Knoxville Raceway. It's going to be treacherous, but it's going to be a good one. iRacing.com safety vehicle ready to head to the infield here tonight. 9 drivers. Remember, we're watching the top 5 drivers. 5 drivers will qualify in here tonight right out of this heat race. Pace truck in, green flag in the air here, racing at Knoxville. Great start by Joey Ladisor. He'll lead him down the back straightaway in the Mr. Radiator's Auto Service, number 23. See if he can lead lap number 1. Looks like he will do that here tonight. 8 laps the distance, top 5 to qualify. Joey Ladisor led lap 1, but here comes the Bachman entry. That's the 007, the 007, if you will, of Sam Bachman. He's going to bring along Ty Dickinson and a couple of them going around back there. Going to gather it back up. We stay green. That was Matt Barber losing the front left wheel off car number 16 here tonight. So Barber going to have to try and get back on the horse here, or, well, I lie. He'll have to pull to the infield. That is a flat left front tire. He will go pit side. So it'll be Bachman here with 5 laps to go when they come by the flag stand. Oh, right there to be Bachman, Dickinson, Christopherson, Ladisor, and Green. Right there you see the number 27 of Green, the River Meadows number 27. He is the final driver that right now is inside the top transfer spots. Vitale, Brissett, and Sharp still back there just on the outside looking in here tonight. One driver up on the berm there, trying to carry the left front. That's the Mr. Radiators. Number 23 of Joey Ladisor. Ladisor there in car number 23. Everybody down around the bottom here. I did see some of these drivers trying to dial in these machines in their hot lap session a little bit earlier when they were packing the track down. Really trying to work that outside in. And as I say it, there goes Ty Dickinson. He's trying to get that number 67 wound up around the outside. A little bit of a mistake there. Bachman went into 3 and hit a rut. Car pushed up top side. Now it's going to be number 51. Here comes the full throttle motorsports number 51, Clay Christopherson. Christopherson will make his way now to the point. We'll pick up the white silk this time by. Does Bachman have anything for Clay Christopherson? Christopherson has picked up 2 heat race wins so far this season. Can he pick up another one right here at Knoxville? Can he go 3 for 3 to open up the season? He's out front right now. It's still Christopherson, Bachman, Dickinson, Ladisor in green. Last charge out of turn number 4. It will not be good enough. It'll be Christopherson, Bachman, Dickinson, Ladisor, green, all transferring in. Vitale, Brissett, and Sharp will all have to go to a last chance qualifier coming up here just a little bit. So 8 laps in. Another 8 drivers coming to the call just like this. Leading heat race number 2, that'll be Tyler Neff. Tyler Neff in car number 41. Eddie Brissett in the number 15 is back here after tap dancing lessons. He'll start P number 2. Back in P number 3, having the most starts with the series here. That'll be car number 4. That'll be Scott Rayome. Back into position number 4. Then he drives car number 51. That'll be Matt Taylor. Taylor in the number 51. Randall Dixon in car number 11 will start from P number 5. Then it'll be David Tomasi in car number 13. He'll start into the 6th spot. Justin DeRosier back there in car number 29D will start into the 7th spot. Then it'll be Harold Clump in car number 35. He'll roll from 8th. 9th will be Shane Pierce in car number 88, hailing from north of the border. A lot of those Canadian drivers here making their way to the middle of nowhere, Iowa. I'm telling you, race fans, it is nowhere. There's a Casey's General Store across the street, and then after that, good luck finding something to do out here. Other than the bar across the street, too. Looking like 8 drivers making the call here. Shane Pierce not making the call in car number 88. So we're going 8 cars, 5 to qualify. 8 laps the distance. Who do you got in this one? Well, let's hit this old button here. Looks like one of my buddies out there, Brandon Guerin, saying, hey, could you hit this button? So they might flash white for just a second, race fans. We're going to try and see there. Well, Brandon's telling me he's got the wrong paint. We're trying to update it for the old feller. So here we go. iRacing pace truck lights are off. We are ready to go 8 laps the distance here, 5 to qualify. Green flag pending. Now we can go. Great start to the inside by that number 41, trying to carry the left front. Put it right through the slick. Got it crossed up just a little bit. Neff trying to get it wound up down there on the bottom, but to the outside, the tap dancer himself. Eddie Brissett trying to make his push to the front. Has been able to run full time here with the series, but made it to Iowa. Taylor and Riome also right there. Randall Dixon right now in the green machine back there. The number 11 entry is the final driver. That is in right now. Well, I can tell you, race fans, that timing and scoring was a little jumbled up, huh? We'll get that fixed for you. Now Brissett trying to lead here tonight. He'll lead his first laps of the season. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Got the big push down into 3. Can he battle back? Can he find the bite off the corner? Nope. Give it to Neff. Neff out front. It's Neff, Brissett, Riome, Taylor, Dixon still in the transfer spot. Clump, Tomasi, DeRosier back there. Don't want to go to a last chance qualifier if you don't have to here tonight. Great battle there with Riome, Taylor, Brissett. Everybody just locked together back here. 4 cars under the blanket as they come by the back straightaway. Only one working the bottom side is still Scott Riome. Everybody else, we talked about it. Saw it in the practice session earlier on here tonight. As 3 laps to go that time by at the line. We knew sooner or later it was going to start to move up. Corn raves. Well, that's out of my league here in Pennsylvania. I got corn out the backyard, but I don't know anything about that. You see the white silk when they come by out of turns 3 and 4. This time by when they get to the stripe, that white silk will fly. Neff, Brissett, Taylor, Dixon still inside the top 5, along with Riome. He is holding on to that final spot. Clump trying to close in, so is Justin DeRosier back there. He's trying to close in. Tomasi just off the tail. Good battle for second, but it looks like Tyler going to pick up a heat race win here tonight at Knoxville. Tyler Neff going to pick up his first heat race win of the season. Neff, Brissett, Taylor, Dixon, Riome, all going to transfer into the big show right out of their heat race here tonight. Leaves us on deck with another heat race, and I believe this is the final one here tonight. So the starting lineup here for the final heat race of the evening. I think so, anyway. Race fans, I'm trying to do the math there on that one. Hey, it'll be Rylan Banks, though, on the front row here to the inside. Car number 76. To the outside of row number 1, driving car number 57, the Venom Racing, that'll be Brian Lawson. Lawson in car number 57. Anthony Roselli, the driver out of Pennsylvania. You got some snow here tonight. Well, this morning, tonight. Car number 7, that'll be Anthony Roselli. He'll start P number 3. Chad Lackey, your points championship leader, coming into the night. Car number 66, he'll start in 4th. Mason Hine in car number 89 will roll from the 5th starting position, while Andrew Hansley, the driver out of Pennsylvania, driving the 126 entry, will start in 6th. 7th here tonight, Cody Harris in car number 20 will start 7th, and then he will get the call to the tail end of this starting lineup here tonight. That'll be Dean Reynolds in car number 79. So Reynolds will get the nod. He will be allowed to race here after the controversy, race fans. You saw him in the tech shed. The officials looking over his car, trying to run a big block modified here at Knoxville. He said it's a big track. He needed to bring the big motor. They said, absolutely not, Mr. Reynolds. You should know better than that. They are going to allow him to start shotgun to the field and get some laps. Going to have to really work here because this is a stacked heat race here at Knoxville. Race fans, we got to thank the fine people over at G-Stone Motors. G-Stone Motors providing you a tow rig if you go over and pick one up from the showroom. Got to thank the whole Stone family for coming back on board here for the 4th season with the 802 iRacing Series. The dirt side of things, always one heck of a trip. Whether it's me tripping over words or some of these drivers tripping over shoelaces. Green flag coming out, though, this time by. Banks with a good start. His hauler involved in an accident on the way to the racetrack here tonight. Banks going to try and run away and hide in this one. It'll be Banks, Roselli, and then a 3-wide battle with Cody Harris in the middle. Lackey down on the bottom side. That'll be Lawson top side of the speedway. Reynolds right there running in 6th. Has to get by one of these drivers here. Still a lot of laps. Little contact. Lackey got to get out of shape. That'll put Reynolds now into a transfer spot, but Reynolds runs right up on the right rear of the number 20 of Cody Harris, and he'll have to lift out of it. Now we'll go side by side. Here comes Lackey back at the number 79 of Reynolds. Lackey down to the bottom side, half of a slider. Reynolds going to try and poke the middle here. Can we go 3 wide off the corner? We will not. Cody Harris got one heck of a drive. Now you see that Billings entry, number 66 of Chad Lackey down to the inside. Lackey making the inside lane work here. He got around Harris, kept Dean Reynolds out of a transfer spot. It's still Banks, Roselli, Lawson, Lackey, and Harris. Harris right now in car number 20. Oh, Harris into the outside. Wall off turn number 4. He'll tag it with the right rear, and Dean Reynolds is going to go waltzing through like the princess. So now Reynolds in, Harris out, Hine and Hansley on the outside looking in. It'll be 3 laps to go. Lackey will pick off another one. He'll work car number 66 now officially into P number 3. The driver that has picked up the most spots, though, here in this heat race is the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. He started back shotgun to the field. He's worked himself up into the 5th spot currently. This time by, we're going to see the old popsicle sticks, throw them up, dump them out. It'll be just 2 more times around the speedway here at Knoxville. Two more time. Maybe one more time this time for Banks. Banks has not been able to bank himself a heat race win so far, but he is on the verge right now. So Ryland Banks going to have to navigate turns 3 and 4, but look at Lackey. He's trying to pick up another spot. Every spot's another row in the feature. It'll be Banks, though, coming across the line with Roselli, Lackey, Lawson, and Reynolds. Harris, Hine, and Hansley all going to have to go to the last chance qualifier. So Banks, who crashed his hauler on the highway here, drove that car all the way to the racetrack and made it in. And I lied to you, race fans. What's better than 3? 1 more equals 4. This is your starting lineup for the 4th and final heat race here tonight. Starting on the pole of this one, driving car number 93. This will be Shane Pearson. Pearson, car number 93. Cody McPherson in car 07. We'll start P number 2. And how about Shane Billings? He's here, car number 17. We'll start P number 3. Trevor Giroux in car number 75 will roll from the 4th starting spot, as Kelly Wheeler in car number 11 will go 5th. Ted York here tonight in the 09 entry will go 6th. Brandon Guerin, who wanted me to, that's why the cars went white real quick. Well, Brandon starting back here in the 7th spot, didn't want to be driving a Barefoot Bob McGreedy entry. So we'll see what kind of car he has here tonight. And then Glenn Sharp in car number 99 will round out the field here. Well, let's see. Did it work? Hocus Pocus. Yep. There's the Ganyo Racing BG Graphics number 4. Believe it or not, that number 4 came in the back of a school bus here to Knoxville tonight. They unloaded that car off their so-called tow rig. I can tell you, race fans, that is the most custom Northeast thing I've seen in a long time. Now, I've seen some crazy things living in Pennsylvania. I'm sure you all can attest to that. So, who do you got here? McPherson, Giroux, Billings, York, Wheeler, Guerin from the back. Who do you got? 8 laps, 5 to qualify. I got money on the pace truck turning in here, I can tell you that, race fans. Hear those 358 modifieds out there? We're ready. We're locked. We're loaded. 8 laps out of these 8 cars. Here we go. A real slow start there by Pearson and McPherson. Brought them down nice and slow. Look at the 11 of Wheeler try to work the bottom side. They are 3 wide already, looking to possibly, can we go 4 wide on the opening lap? 3 wide at the line. Lap number 1 gonna go to Giroux. Trevor Giroux sneaking out front right through the middle there. A little contact, a little bit deeper back. That was the number 93, Shane McPherson making contact. Now he'll go up the speedway. Wheeler and Billings going to have to take evasive actions. Giroux out front, McPherson, York, Billings, Pearson right there in the transfer spot. Wheeler, Grant, Sharp outside looking in. Trevor Giroux picked up 3 spots off that opening rip. He is your race leader. Ted York also in the 09. You see him to the outside there. Around Billings he is right now. He is currently the other driver that has picked up 3 spots. Brandon Garan trying to work the outside here. You'll get around Shane in the number 93. This time out of turn number 2. Completes the pass finally there. 3 laps to go. He needs to pick up at least 1 more position. And in his way, that is Kelly Wheeler in that number 11 machine. He'll have the time because it'll be 2 laps to go when they come back around here. So still plenty of time. Giroux just out for a nice Tuesday stroll here at the front of the field. No pressure as he'll get the 2 laps to go. Dane Billings trying to get under number 09 of York. There you see them side by side through 3. I'm just trying to see if Wheeler is closing in, looking at the gap, and no, he will not be able to close in just yet. White Silk in the air. Trevor Giroux trying to look for his first heat race win of the season. Bunch of fresh faces at the front here in these heat races for heat race number 4. It'll be Giroux, McPherson, York, Billings, Wheeler all across the line. Unofficially, Garan, Sharp, and Pearson all will have to go to a last chance qualifier, and that will be coming up here in just a couple of moments. 3, 2, 1. What do you say we go to the last chance qualifier? Just like that, we're flip them, turn them around, and back out onto the track. We're ready to go. Michael Vitale will lead us to the green flag here in the last chance qualifier, the car number 213. To the outside of him, the driver out of Pennsylvania, driving car number 35, that'll be Harold Klump. He'll start P2. Cody Harris out of New York, car number 20, will start in P3, while Brandon Guerin in the Redneck Motorsports entry. 04, coming out of the back of the bus, he'll start 4th. Speedy Brissett, he'll start in P number 5. 29D, Justin DeRosier back there, he'll start 6th, while Mason Hine in car number 89 will go from 7th. Glenn Sharp in 99 will go from the 8th spot. Jeff Sharp in car number 28 will go from 9th. David Tomasi in car number 13 will go from the 10th starting spot. Andrew Hansley back into the 11th, and Shane Pearson in car number 93 will roll from 12th. 13th then. Long way to go for this driver. That'll be Matt Barber in the car number 16. He'll have to come from 13th to the inside the top 4. Shane Pierce in car number 88 does make the call here for the last chance qualifier. He did not get the 88 fired. There he is, though. Didn't get out there for that heat race, but he's out here for the last chance qualifier. 10 laps are the distance for this last chance qualifier. Who do you race fans have in this one? Vitale starting in second. Is he going to be able to stay up there? There you see him. Is Mason Hine going to come from 7th to inside the top 4? What about Andrew Hansley? Matt Barber. Plenty of names starting deep in this one. That could make a charge. 10 laps, 4 drivers, race fans. You're looking at the top 4 here tonight. That's what you want to see. 4th or better for your driver, that puts them into the 35 lap A main event. What do you say we drop the hammer this time out of turn number 3 and 4 they come. The 358 modifieds, the G-Stone 358 modifieds. Slow starts here tonight at Knoxville. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Let's go. Great start by both the drivers on the front row. Lap number 1 go to Michael Vitale. Vitale in the LFM yellow, number 213, leading lap number 1. But look at Clump to the outside. 3 wide just behind them. Cody Harris and Speedy Brissett going to make a little contact. The Rosier back there in the number 29D, the green, silver, and white machine that just went to the outside said, thank you for you two making a little contact. At the front, 3-car battle. Clump, Vitale, Guerin. All trying to run away. Speedy Brissett trying to roll the bottles out of the speedway. How about Barber? He's picked up a bunch here early on. There you see the number 16, Matt Barber's picked up 5 spots now. He's running 8. Still got 7 laps to go. He has to find himself in as they work down the back straightaway. There you see the 16 of Barber. There's the 03 of Speedy Brissett. I got a video handed to me earlier. Matt Barber's hauler on the way from Canada down here to the cornfields in Iowa. Doesn't want to come empty-handed, trying to throw a slider up on the 03 of Speedy Brissett. Not going to quite clear their drag, race it down the back straightaway. Here he goes this time. Barber into 3 and 4, trying to slide up in front of the 03 of Brissett. He'll be able to complete that pass that time off turn number 4. But the laps are starting to tick down. But it's really heating up on that bubble. There it is, the 29D. The Rosier back there. Back and forth, trying to hold off Harris. Sharp is right there. Barber is coming. Clump out front and trying to run away and hide from Vitale. As we keep it locked right back here. Because right here on this bubble, it'll be 3 to go. Remember, you're still watching the top 4. Clump, Vitale, Guerin, DeRosier back there. 4th. 5th is Harris. He is out of a transfer spot. Sharp is out of a transfer spot. And Barber is looking to move up. Vitale going for the race lead. Went to throw the slider on Clump and was not able to. That's going to bunch them back up side by side for the race lead. Vitale going to throw the slider on the 35. Crossover move here coming. Uh-oh, contact, pile! The 29D involved. It looks like Matt Barber involved. They all spun to the inside, so we're staying green. White flag actually into the air just time by. It'll be Vitale. Clump battling for the top spot. Harris and Sharp back there running in the final 2 transfer spots. Michael Vitale going to come out of turn 3 and 4. He'll see the checkered flag first. It'll be Vitale, Clump, Harris, Sharp. All coming across. Brissett, Hine, Sharp, Pearson, Guerin, Tomasi, Hansley, Barber, DeRosier, and Pierce. All going to have to go home here tonight. They will not advance into the big show here tonight. 35 laps the distance coming up here in just a little bit. There's Sharp. He advances in with his number 28. Speedy Brissett, a champion, going to have to go home. So a tough night for some of these drivers. What do you say we're going to take a quick step away? We'll be back here to Knoxville with that feature event coming up just after this.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
At G-Stone Motors, our customers know the value of hard work. So we work hard to find them the right vehicle. G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here to the cornfields in Knoxville as we are ready to go racing here tonight with the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series presented by the 802 iRacing League. Race fans, we told you some of these drivers, they came from way north of the border. Take a look at some of the drivers here that you're going to see in our A main event coming up here in just a couple of moments. Just a couple of those drivers here tonight coming from north of the border, trying to invade the Midwest here at the sprint car capital of the world here at the Knoxville Raceway, ready to go racing. This will be the third race here of the season. Where have we been leading up to this? Well, we've been at the dirt track at Charlotte. We've been to Volusia. Both races won by Chad Lackey. He's part of that Canadian Invasion crew. Tonight, though, who will win here? The 35-lap feature here at the Knoxville Raceway. Well, what do you say we head trackside, because that starting lineup is ready to go. 24 drivers, 35 laps. This is how they will start here tonight. Starting on the front row, driving car number 51, that'll be Clay Christopherson in car number 51. To the outside of him, driving car number 41 here tonight, that'll be Tyler Neff in car number 41. Ryland Banks talked about his journey here to the racetrack. Car number 76 will start P number 3. Trevor Giroux in car number 75T will start there into the 4th spot, while Sam Bachman, the 007, the agent, will go from 5th. 6th here tonight, making his first start of the season, number 15 of Eddie Brissett will start in P number 6. Anthony Roselli, the driver, that is, well, snowed in. I lie. It's only an inch here in Pennsylvania. Car number 7 will start into the 7th spot. Cody McPherson in the 07 tonight will start in 8th, while Ty Dickinson, car number 67, will roll from 9th. 10th here tonight will be Matt Taylor in the number 51. Chad Lackey, your points championship leader. Two-time winner on the tour this season. He'll start 11th. Ted York in the 09 will go from the 12th starting spot, 13th on the grid here tonight, hailing north of the border. Now, car number 23, that'll be Joey Lattisaur in car number 23. That'll be Randall Dixon in car number 11, starting into the 14th starting spot. Brian Lawson, car number 57, rolling from 15. 16th on the call here tonight at the Billings Motorsports. Number 17 of Shane Billings. He'll start 16th. 17th will be Sean Green in car number 27. Car number 27, starting 17th. 18th here tonight, Scott Riom in car number 4, and that'll be Dean Reynolds in the number 79, starting 19th. 20th will be Kelly Wheeler here tonight, and 21st will be Michael Vitale. 22nd, Harold Klump, car number 35. That'll be Cody Harris in car number 20, starting 23rd. 24th then will be the Thunder Ridge Racing number 28. That'll be Jeff Sharp. That's your 24-car starting lineup here tonight for the race. 35 laps here at Knoxville. Tonight's race brought to us by our friends over at G-Stone Motors. Get a tow rig from G-Stone Motors. Keep your tow rig up and down from home to the racetrack and back. Ready to go, 35 laps slowly into the starting line here tonight. The green flag is up, and we are wild racing here at Knoxville. Who will win tonight here in the corn? Banks with a great start, but look at the 007 of Bachman. Bachman trying to sneak his way down around the bottom side. Lap 1 here tonight. Give it to Ryland Banks. His journey from Canada all the way through the border, crashing the rig, and making it here to lead lap 1. Nuff and Bachman still going at it, though, for the second spot. And then you got Giroux back there. Roselli, Chad Lackey trying to work the bottom side. Then it's Ty Dickinson. Dickinson to the outside there in the number 67. The white number 67. Right behind him, Brissett. Brissett has dropped 2 spots since the drop of the green flag here tonight. 4 wide, 3 wide back there. That's Christopherson, Vitale, and I believe that is the number 35 of Klump. They were 3 wide. Now look at just ahead of them. Green, Wheeler, Riom, Christopherson. They were 3 and 4 wide momentarily. This is racing back here for 20th. Don't tell them that it doesn't mean anything to race for 20th here in this series. They will prove you wrong all night long. Take a look back to the front there. Bachman, who got second away from Nuff. He got a little bit sideways that time off turn 2. Got the little hick hops down there, and that's now going to allow the 41 to start to close back in. Roselli is right there. He's sitting into that 4th spot. Giroux is right there. Lackey down around the bottom. Dickinson trying to close back in. McPherson is there into that 8th spot also. Good, clean race. 30 laps to go, so it'll be 5 laps in the books this time by. Couple cars making a little contact back there. Clay Christopherson and Dean Reynolds made contact. Looking at the 51. He'll keep rolling. But him and Reynolds made the contact. That'll put the 51 to the inside there, just going over the berm. Have to close back in. Still plenty of time. Battle for second as it's Bachman and Roselli, 2 of the drivers that a season ago battled all the way to the end of the year for a championship. Banks is out front saying, hey, I haven't heard of you. Lackey's moved himself into that 4th position, picking up 7 spots already. He is so far the hot shoe here tonight. 3 wide back there. That was Giroux getting sideways in the 75T. I believe McPherson and him made a little contact, and McPherson backed out of it. Everybody's starting to really spread themselves out here tonight. Oh, big push for that number 07 there, Cody McPherson. See McPherson now down around the bottom side. York's trying to go around the top side. Brissett just went there. 3 wide battle here inside the top 5. Dickinson has it. Neff wants it. Giroux is also there. 4 cars have pulled away. Banks, Rosali, Bachman, and Lackey. Three wide battling back here. McPherson, Brissett, and York. They were 3 wide. York just up there trying to rip as far as he can to the top side of the speedway. Here comes Randall Dixon. He's now got that green number 011 entry right there. Billings down to the bottom side. Anywhere you look, you're going to find somebody that is side by side. Giroux still trying to work over the number 41 of Nuff. He will. I told you York was trying to work the outside. I didn't know Kyle Larson was behind the wheel because he couldn't have went any closer to the fence that time. Look at him right here. Number 51 also trying to come through, and a little contact there. Matt Taylor crossed over on the number 11 of Randall Dixon and got a little contact. Reynolds trying to work himself forward too. Oh, sideways. That's the number 15 of Eddie Brissett. Bounced it off the wall. Brissett now trying to gather it back up. There you see the 17, Shane Billings down there trying to go yeehaw over that bump. Track really wide here tonight. Seen a couple drivers contact the round. Going to go to the number 15. The G-Stone Motors caution lights are on, as it was looking so good for Eddie Brissett, and now all of a sudden the wheels fell off it. Literally, the wheels fell off it. So the caution lights are on. One driver pulling away there. That is the number 28 of Jeff Sharp. Matt Taylor also involved. Watch it back here. Watch that number 15 right in the middle of your screen. Got a little bit tight. Pushed. Nowhere for Taylor to go. Nowhere for Vitale to go. Nowhere for Sharp. Look at everybody else just trying to get through. Green got a little contact there. Right on board here with G-Stone Motors onboard camera with the number 15 of Eddie Brissett. Wheel, you picked a fine time to leave me. This is with Matt Taylor just behind Brissett. Slap wheelie, and it ended up breaking the front end suspension on that number 51. Unfortunate for those drivers that were all caught up in that one. The great thing here, race fans, we talked about the bus and everybody, and we joked around. These drivers here tonight, they're out here to have a great time. It's the off season. We're not working on cars. All those cars that you just saw got tore up. They're going to get back out here onto the raceway, hopefully. It looks like, except Eddie Brissett, it looks like he is disconnected from the server here tonight. But these drivers, they do have what is called a quick repair, a backup car, if you will. They can go pit side, get their car fixed, and back out onto the racetrack like it just pulled off the hauler. Does look like Matt Taylor will rejoin at the back of the field. Eddie Brissett will not, so we're ready to go racing. It'll be 15 laps in the books here tonight. And Banks says right now we can go green. The Van Sickle Electric number 7 of Anthony Roselli holding on to that second spot. Now Bachman's got to go side by side with the two-time feature winner this season on the tour. Chad Lackey trying to work the outside. Can he get that mean machine going? Giroux is right there. Dickinson is right there. Here comes Billings. He'll pick up another one. Billings has a really fast hot rod here tonight. Tyler Knuff in the number 41 has been on a backward slide here as of late. There's Reynolds trying to work the outside of the speedway. Reynolds has picked up 10 spots since the drop of the green flag here tonight. Cody Harris trying to go 3 wide back there to be 3 wide with Vitale. They made a little contact. Everybody was able to keep going, but the contact between the 213 of Vitale and the number 20 of Harris. 3 wide back here. That's Christofferson, Ladisor. I believe it was Green. That's back there right around the 16th, 17th position. At the front, though, there it is. The drivers that, well, I'd say they ran away, but really, if you call it 3 car lengths, that's what Banks and Roselli have over Lackey and Bachman right now. It'll be 15 to go, 14 to go, and this time by caution lights. Caution lights is a big pile up over here in turns 3 and 4. Clump rolling away. Dixon, York, Reome. Looks like everybody going to pull away here. I don't see anybody with major damage. Either way, the second time the caution lights have flown here tonight. Take a look. Where did this all happen? Dixon into the back of the 4 of Reome, and around he goes, and just nowhere to go. Ladisor involved, Lawson involved. Right on board here with Randall Dixon. The slightest of bumper contact from the 11 of Randall Dixon into the back of Reome, and that's unfortunately what's going to happen here. Did watch everybody pull away, so I do not think anybody's going to have to retire off that little bit of an incident. Looked like some hard contact, but these mean machines, they can take a licking and keep on ticking. Banks has let them all here, though. Was getting word from Joey Ladisor that they have released the photo of the individual that has crashed into Banks' tow rig. These guys have one of those things, they're called the Discord, and they don't ever stop talking. Sometimes the stuff that gets said inside the Discord is just as good as the racing out there onto the racetrack. And race fans, we've already seen 3 and 4 wide. Do we dare to say we're going to see a 5 wide at any point here tonight? It's crazy, but not unbelievable. The racing would be unbelievable, but I believe it could happen. Banks, Roselli, Lackey, Bachman, ready to come back into the restart zone. As soon as the iRacing.com safety vehicle is off the racetrack, we can hammer down here with these 358s. What does Banks do? Waits a little bit longer, but now it's time to drop the hammer. Banks getting used up down here in turn 1 and 2 on the exit of 2. Here comes the Van Sickle Electric. Number 7 of Anthony Roselli trying to work his way into the top spot. Not going to be able to make the pass. It is still Banks leading here. And where is Dean Reynolds coming from? Cotton Eye Joe around the outside. Still side by side for the race lead. 3 wide now back there for the 4th and 5th position. They settled it out. They go 2 wide, but look at them fan out into the turns. Pick a spot. Uh-oh, problems. Problems out there on the speedway for Jeff Sharp in the number 28 machine. The rear end is not tracking straight on the 28. Take a look. Where is the 28? There he is, center of your screen. Was sitting right around the 15th position. Oh, him. I believe that was Wheeler. Made a little contact, and it straight knocked out the rear end on that number 28 entry. You're riding on board here with Jeff Sharp. Looks like he got out of the throttle, and unfortunately Wheeler was hammered down. So that's what puts us under the third caution flag here tonight at Knoxville. Should have 11 laps once we do go back racing here, so we will double these drivers up at least another time or two here. Got to give a big shout out to Brandon Guerin over there at the BG Graphics. A lot of those pictures you saw here tonight in our little short videos and the jokes and everything that were coming through here, a lot of those came from him, so we got to thank him here tonight. We got to thank the whole Canadian Invasion crew for going along with it, having some fun with us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We got to thank all you race fans out there, as we are on the push for 4K. So if you could, give the thumbs up. Let these drivers know you appreciate their racing. Hit the subscribe button, and we will notify you anytime we bring you racing action, whether it's right here with the G-Stone Motors 358 Dirt Series, or whether it's, well, maybe it's Brett the Jet and the other side of things. He calls the Sunday nights here for the series on the asphalt side of things. Or maybe you like some super speedway racing. We got it all, from dirt tracks to short tracks to in-betweens to NASCAR. And we even, well, have a couple of those series that like to go in circles at Daytona and Talladega. Those super speedway styles. But we like our dirt. And we're ready to go. Banks, Roselli, front row again. Here we go. This time a much better start by Ryland Banks. So Banks out front. Roselli going to tuck into second. Here comes Lackey trying to get the Bachman spot. Bachman holding on to third. It'll be Lackey trying to go to the outside. Look at Tyler Neff. That car really came in now. He was on the verge of falling out of the top 10. Now he's on the verge of trying to work himself back into a podium spot. Problems for Green. And Ted York also having some problems. The right front ripped off of the 09. Cody Harris involved. Ted York, Sean Green. What happened? Oh, a little contact there. Green went up and over the berm to the inside. Oh. I didn't see Cody Harris sitting there in the middle of the speedway. Ted York found him. Right on board with York. Have to watch it back and see exactly from Cody Harris. Here we go. Let's watch it. They were three wide. Harris to the outside. Looks like maybe a little contact with Vitale. Harris spun it around, and York absolutely nowhere to go. Looks like York is going to be able to make it back to the infield there, race fans, so hopefully he can get back out onto the speedway. The whole right front was off of Ted York 09. Waiting to hear back from the officials. I'm not sure if we made it past the 10 laps to go marker or not. Under 10 laps to go, we do go single file here with the series. We'll be able to find out. Should be this time by at the starter stand. Lights are out and we go single file. So Banks, Roselli, Lackey, Bachman, Neff, Reynolds, Dixon, Giroux, Vitale, and Billings. Is the Gator Tough, number 76, going to win this one here tonight? Or maybe it's the Van Sickle Electric, number 7. Maybe it's the Billings Racing number 66 going for 3 in a row. Maybe Dean Reynolds comes from the tech shed to the podium here tonight after starting deep. He's picked up 12 spots so far. Green flag back into the air after the first caution flag of the evening is over. 9 laps remaining. Banks goes right down around the bottom. Roselli goes with a little bit of a slider to see if he can pick up momentum. Look to the outside. There's Lackey. There's Bachman. They're running straight around the top with Neff and Reynolds. Dixon, Giroux, Vitale, Billings, the top 10. Just 8 to go. Lackey looking like he has a pretty quick car, but he's got a lot of fast machines around him. Bachman trying to run the outside to dive underneath here, diming that corner a little bit. He'll pull side by side out of turn 4. Let's see what he does in 1. Does he go to the bottom? That time it looks like Lackey ran the middle side. So did Anthony Roselli. Looks like a little advantage there for the 007. Anthony Roselli going to go back down to the bottom. Banks up in the top spot there. Runs the middle groove. Lackey running up top. Everybody able to put their car in a different place and have it work for them. Currently here tonight, we're going to see 5 laps to go when we come back around here. A little bit of a half slider line by the 07 of Bachman. Not going to work. High five this time. It'll be 5 fingers in the air. 5 more times around. 67 back there of Ty Dickinson trying to make a move on Giroux and Reynolds. Keep it locked right here because the battle is going to come down to these podium spots. And you got 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers that could do it here tonight with just 4 laps to go. Bachman going to get a great run off of the turn. Let's see if he can get right to the inside of the 66. He will not. Here comes Roselli, though. Roselli going to make a little contact with Banks for the race lead. And the Van Sickle Electric number 7 going to fall back into Chad Lackey territory. Banks and Roselli made contact. Now here comes Lackey. 3 laps to go. It's Banks, Lackey, Roselli, Bachman, the top 4 drivers. Top 4 starting to break away a little bit from Tyler Neff, Dean Reynolds, and Trevor Giroux. We're going to see the old popsicle sticks this time by as they come down the front straightaway. It'll be 2 more times around the Knoxville Raceway. 2 times around. Lackey got a little loose that time down there in 1 and 2. Slid up in front of the 007 of Bachman. White flag in the air here tonight. It's the final trip for these drivers. Ryland Banks out front. Banks going to hold it through 3 and 4 for the final trip. Here comes Lackey. The charge will not be enough. It'll be Banks, Lackey, Roselli in a 3-wide battle at the line. Give it to Bachman. Then Nuff, Reynolds, Giroux, Dixon, Vitale, and Shane Billings. That's your unofficial results here tonight. There is your winner. We'll get to talk to Ryland Banks here in just a couple of moments. You see he's led 46. Well, that can't be right. We only did 35 laps here. Who's the stat guy? So there it is. Banks going to be the winner. We'll talk to him in just a couple of moments, race fans. We'll get those top 3 finishers, Banks, Lackey, and Roselli here. Don't go anywhere. Let's hear what they have to say after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Everybody has some kind of a hobby, and seems that mine was collecting stuff. I've got to the point where I've had to get rid of some of this, and G-Stone Motors, they didn't take anything in trade. I'd trade my Caterpillar D4D bulldozer for a pickup. I think it's great service for people to trade in something. The G-Stone Motors team is a great group of people that I would recommend to anybody.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back to Knoxville race fans. Your G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series presented by the 802 iRacing League just did 35 laps here at the sprint car capital of the world. And I can tell you, they didn't have sprint cars, did they? No, 358 Modifieds ruled the grounds here tonight. A lot of those Canadian Invasion drivers made the tow here. We'll talk to a couple of them here in just a couple of moments. We got Banks, Lackey, Roselli coming up. But we do get to point out that Dean Reynolds from the tech shed to the racetrack, allowed to race here tonight. He will pick up the Hard Charger Award. Hard Charger Award brought to us by Mr. Radiator's Auto Service, the Lattisaur family, presenting $5 iRacing credits. I'm sure he can go get another cheated up motor here tonight after this Hard Charger Award presented to him tonight here at Knoxville. But what do you say? You don't want to hear about Dean Reynolds. You want to hear about the top three drivers. So let's head trackside here as we have those three drivers standing by. We'll start with the winner here tonight as we roll the red carpet out, Ryland Banks. Tonight, it is your turn to go to victory lane, the first driver here this season to break Chad Lackey's streak of 2 for 2. How does it feel to be here at Knoxville and parking the number 76 in victory lane?
It feels fantastic, Roger. I was not expecting this coming into this race. Like I said there last week, Knoxville's not a track I've done too great at, but you know, I had a good qualifying, good heat race, and put me in a good spot to start this feature, and I just did my best to hang on, and man, I feel I'm shaking. I'm speechless this time.
What's more shaken or speechless for you, getting involved with the tow rig on the way down here or holding this field off?
Holding this field off. Like when I saw that Anthony was behind me there, like I know how fast he is, and I was just lucky enough. I kind of found where the line was early on, and I just held it as long as I could. Had some good restarts, and then I saw Chad making his way back up, and like, oh my God, this guy's trying to go 3 for 3, and yeah, it was about just holding my line and trying not to make any mistakes.
Well, you were able to do it here tonight. Were you worried, though, that late in this one, this track started to really lock itself down? We did see a couple drivers be able to rip that outside. Were you worried?
I was getting there. I was kind of comfortable for once, hanging around the bottom, and then after one of the restarts, I saw the kind of a slider to the middle start working, and then in like the last 10 to 5 laps, the outside seemed to be picking up speed, and I was getting worried that I was going to be picking the wrong lane and left in the dust. Thankfully, though, it played out right for me.
Well, it worked in your favor here tonight, Ryland, picking up your first win of the season. So let's roll this red carpet out. Let's hand you the microphone. Who, I guess, supported the gas to drive that piece of machinery here to the racetrack?
I'm going to start with thanking G-Stone Motors for sponsoring this, the 802, and for you, Roger, for putting on the stream and commentating. It's fantastic. I got to thank my sponsors, Gator Tough, Snap-on, Lens Cove, The Galley, Billings Motorsports, and Ureshi Media. And I got to thank all the guys, all the Canadians that, again, we put in more practice getting ready for this week. And again, it seems to be paying off, so we're going to keep at it. And I got to thank my girlfriend for supporting me, my family for tuning in and watching, everybody that's on their phones or watching on the TV at home.
There you have it. Ryland Banks picks up the win here tonight. We'll see him next week at Eldora to see if he can go back-to-back as he breaks Chad Lackey's streak. Chad, though, you're standing over here, a second-place finish for you. How does it feel to not be in victory lane for once?
Oh, you know what, Roger? It still feels good as much as a win does. Obviously, a podium, second place here tonight, starting 11th. Car was on rails tonight, man. I probably needed about 5 more laps, and I might have had a chance with Rylan. But all in all, the race was fantastic tonight.
A good start to the season for you here. You say you needed 5 more laps. We'll never know because we don't have 5 more to go. But you start off the season 2 wins and then a second. What does that mean here for the points championship that ultimately is at the end of the season?
Oh, it's great. Podium tonight. It's gonna keep me hopefully up top there on the point system. But tonight it was all about holding my line there and just trying to stay out of trouble. And I was just make it to the features. Obviously, like the main goal tonight. I don't want to have that stress on me in the consi there if that ever happens. Hopefully not. But all in all. Fantastic race tonight. Happy for Rylan, picking up his first win. This is a huge race for him. So Rylan's a close friend. He's honestly, I'm speechless for him. It's great seeing him on the podium or the win tonight.
Well, as you finish second, what do you think, though? 2 wins out of 3. We head to Eldora, Lucas Oil, and then here to the great state of Pennsylvania for Lernerville. Where do you think you park this 66 back into victory lane?
Eldora is a tricky one, man. There's so many possible lines at that place. It's very, very technical. Usually it's right against the wall, and you're basically, your bumper's hitting it about 4 times in the corner, and somehow you're pulling on cars. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's not my favorite place. We'll just try and keep my nose clean there, and hopefully some more podiums and maybe some more wins this season would be great.
Well, what do you say? Who's on the side of the number 66 that makes it as fast as it is, and who paid the toll coming across the border?
I gotta thank Billings Motorsports, Ureshi Media, all the boys in Discord there, Rylan, Matt, Shane, Justin. Gotta thank Tommy Guns Customs for the wrap tonight. Makes killer wraps there. If you want a sweet looking wrap, hit him up. Of course, yourself, Roger, for doing the broadcast. It's always great having you here, man. Got to thank all the staff and admins and 802 here who put this league on. It's fantastic. It's incredibly run by all the staff. So I gotta give them a massive shout out. Of course, G-Stone Motors for sponsoring the league, and all the other side sponsors putting up cash bonuses.
There you have it. It may not be a third victory in the third race of the season, but it's a second place for Chad Lackey here tonight. So he'll continue to be the points championship leader as we get ready to leave here in Knoxville. Driver, though, that will finish in the third position. Well, Roselli, I know you're not going for a run, but you had one heck of a run here tonight, finishing P number 3. What more did you need? You had a good shot there. A look to the inside of that number 76 with about 10 laps to go, but the door got slammed.
Yeah, no, there was a few times where I got underneath Rylan, especially the one time when we were side by side and the caution came out. I was slowly making my way by him. So it was kind of unfortunate that it was so locked down at the bottom. Like, really couldn't do much. I was more or less either waiting to get a chance to upset his car or waiting for him to make a mistake, which he didn't. He had a great job on his part. He kept it glued down there. But it was just a really tricky track with having it be one lane the whole time, and then the top kind of starting to come in there towards the towards the later half of the race where it really got kind of even. We had 2 lanes to race with.
2 lanes of racing and the elbows up. How about the summer months? Did the summer months, anything you did out there on the racetrack, transition here tonight?
I was hoping the racing a crate in real life over the summer would help this, but first 2 weeks haven't really showed it. So, but we're starting to get in form. Ran a limited crate a few times in the southern tier area of New York. So, definitely think I picked up a few things that might help me here. It's just kind of learning how to transition them over.
Well, what do you think? I know a lot of times the New York Bull Rings. What do you think about headed to the big Eldora Speedway in Ohio next week?
Oh, I love Eldora with these things. You know, Eldora with these 358s on iRacing, they honestly feel like crate cars. There's not much lifting you're doing, and it's more or less just kind of keep your car as straight as you can, which grew up kart racing, so I feel like I do a really good job at trying to do that, and that was really what I was focusing with tonight, where I was getting pretty good runs on Ryland. So I'm pretty excited for it.
Well, we're excited to see you back here on the podium after last season being one of the top 3 competitors all season long, back on the podium here tonight. So what are you saying? No, you can't go for a run, but I'm sure you got something you'd rather do than sit here and talk to me tonight. So who's on the side of this beautiful number 7?
Yeah, first off, I'd like to thank G-Stone Motors and you, Roger, and Dean and Rob for all making this what it is. I'd like to thank the Southern Tier Elite Series, the league that I started up. It's been pretty awesome. Vancicle Electric, Hollywood Towing and Auto, Fastline Performance, Mobile Metals, Accurate Collision, Lowers Carbs, 5L Enterprises. I'd like to thank my wife for letting me spend so much time up here on the rig. God bless her, basically.
Pretty much exactly what Anthony Roselli just said we think about all the time, don't we, race fans? We always got to thank our significant others out there that put up with us and this entire hobby that we do, not just here in the wintertime at our sim rigs, but also when we head out to the real tracks. But hey, Ryland Banks picks up the win here tonight. Chad Lackey in second with Anthony Roselli sitting there in third. You heard from all 3 of them. You heard about Dean Reynolds being the biggest mover here tonight, getting the $5 from the Mr. Radiator Auto Service and the Lattisaur family. But hey, what's more to do other than to wrap the cords up and get ready to head over to Eldora? 35 laps on December the 9th. These 358 modified drivers are back out onto the raceway. So we got to thank all you race fans. We got to thank, of course, the fine folks over at G-Stone Motors. We got to thank everybody over at Mr. Radiator's Auto Service. Of course, we got to thank Expert Installation along with the Super Dirt Car Series and BG Graphics for everything they do here with the series. For all of them and for all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show here from the Eldora Speedway. And until we catch you next week at Eldora, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.
I'm Jake McDonough, one of the co-owners of Woodware. I work with Drew and my dad, Brian, and we've been here for a long time. We have a great relationship with G-Stone Motors. They've always taken great care of us. I remember when I was a kid riding in G-Stone box trucks. The G-Stone service department has been great. They get us back on the road as soon as we need. If we don't have our vehicles, we're not doing business. And so they always make sure that we're able to operate, at our highest level. It's been a great relationship.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.